Welcome everyone to the Loan Officer Training Series with the Mortgage Calculator. We're going to wait just a few minutes to get started. Let us go live on all the different platforms. We are streaming right now on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So give us just a minute here to go live everywhere. And in the meantime, we pulled up the chat and put that on the screen. I see some people are already in the chat commenting there. Feel free to comment while we get all set up here. Hope everyone had a great weekend, great holiday, and is ready to get back to it this week. Great topic we're going to go over today that all loan officers need to be familiar with. Thank you, everybody that was already dropping in the chat. And then it looks like we got some more people. Susan, Michelle, thank you, everyone, for tuning in early. We will get it started in just a moment. Anybody that just tuned in, feel free to drop a comment there in the chat as we go through here. Just waiting to get started here for a second. All right, it looks like we are live on all the different platforms, so we can go ahead and get started. So let's take off the chat on the screen and we'll get into it here. So welcome everyone. My name is Kyle Hershey. I'm the COO of the Mortgage Calculator, joined here by our president, Nick Hershey. What we do every Tuesday and Wednesday night on these trainings is go through different loan officer trainings for loan officers, tips, tricks, and full-on trainings. And tonight our training is going to be talking about working with realtor partners. Now, this is something that is really the lifeblood of the mortgage industry, of a loan officer's business for the most part, is building relationships with realtors that will allow you to have a lasting career and get referrals, time and time again. So what's great about working with realtors is not only do they usually have clients to send you right away, right? If you build that relationship with the realtor, if they're a good realtor, most of the time they're working on deals. They have people they can start sending you right away, but it's really the long-term relationship that you build with that realtor to let them know that you are there to pre-approve their clients, which is what's going to be happening most of the time. And at the Mortgage Calculator, we have some really cool tools to do that, which I will be going over a little bit later. But for now, just want to touch on the importance of it and show you something kind of cool that you can use to touch base with realtors. Now, as a loan officer, you are also important to realtors, right? When you have a client that you're pre-approving, a lot of the times they need to connect with a realtor in their market. So you get a lot of clients that don't have a realtor yet. That's why, just like realtors are valuable to you to build relationships with, you are valuable to realtors to build relationships with. So it is a great synergy that you can have together with realtors. Now, of course, you can call realtors, which we'll talk about here in a minute when we go into our system, but also networking at events is great. Right? All the real estate events, you can go to different event sites like Eventbrite, for example, and look at all the real estate events, go connect with different realtors. You could also go to the National Association of Realtors website or your local realtor association and look up their events. They're always posting events and stuff. So there's all kinds of cool opportunities out there waiting for you to go take advantage of. Of course, calling them is great. Connecting with them on LinkedIn is great. All that kind of stuff, but there's nothing more powerful than actually meeting in person, right? So events are definitely a key part of this in building those relationships. Now, when you're speaking to realtors as a loan officer, and this especially goes to, maybe the newer loan officers or loan officers that are really trying to build their business, understand that you don't have to actually have a client before you build a relationship with the realtor. Right? You are a loan officer that's going to be speaking to clients in the future, and you're going to need somewhere to send them. So especially with you loan officers that are licensed in multiple states and you have multiple markets that you're working in, you don't have to wait till you have a client to reach out to a realtor and build that relationship and say, I have clients that I may need to refer you, right? You can build that relationship without waiting to have an actual client to send them. If you talk to a realtor in a market and say, hey, I need a realtor to work with in that market that I can send when I do send to when I get pre-approvals, of course they're going to be all ears, right? They're going to love the sound of that. So don't think that you have to wait to have an actual client to be able to call realtors to let them know, hey, I'm a loan officer. I need a realtor in your market for when I have a client that I'm going to approve. Or I have clients that I'm looking for a realtor that specializes in what you specialize in. So for example, if you want to reach out to some commercial realtors that may specialize in commercial properties, because here at the Mortgage Calculator especially, we do a lot of business purpose loans and fix and flips and commercial. So you may want to reach out to a realtor based on that and say, hey, I see that you specialize in this. I would love to build a relationship because I may have deals to send you here in the future because I also specialize in that. And you are in a market that I'm licensed in and that I serve, right? So don't think that you have to wait to have an actual client to build a relationship using a referral. You're not just calling a realtor saying, hey, give me deals or anything like that. You're using the power of reciprocation, right? And you're putting it out there first saying, hey, I need someone to send deals to. When you approach a relationship with the realtor in that way, you're going to have 10 times the amount of success than you would calling them saying, do you have any deals to give me, right? We want to put it out there first that, hey, I may have some deal. I either do have or may have some deals to send you. Let's build a relationship. And if you have something to send me as well, because what it is that the area that you specialize in, I also lend in. Or the type of transactions that you specialize in, I also specialize in those. For example, the investor loans, commercial, fix and flip, whatever it may be. With that being said, I'm going to show you something kind of cool here where, this is available to anyone. This is out there here. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Nick, can you pull up my screen there? Uh-oh. Looks like I'm frozen. Am I back now?
I can hear you.
All right. Can you see my screen now? Or can you pull my screen up? Yeah, sorry about that. It looks like I froze. Okay, so this is cool. This is out there for everyone to use as a tool. As you can see, I'm just on the National Association of Realtors website. So if you go to the National Association of Realtors website and go to find members, this is actually kind of a cool tool that you can use. So for example, you can put in whatever state you want. So let's say Florida, which is where we're based at. And then you can find the special designations and certifications here. So you can actually get very specific here and contact realtors based on their different specialties. So this is something really cool. So for example, a certified international property specialist, SIPS is what this is called. And actually Jose has this designation. I believe Nick does too, right? I believe you have this designation as well. Oh, no, you don't. Well, Jose does. So for example, if you're working with a lot of international clients, well, we do, right? At the Mortgage Calculator, we do a lot of foreign national loans. So that's just an example of, let's say, okay, all the Florida people who have SIPs designation in search, and now it's going to pull up the realtors that have that designation. And so here you go. Here's a nice list. And look, it looks like there's 1,000 realtors, and you could get more specific. You could put the city, right? You could put other designations. So if I were a loan officer that was doing a lot of foreign national deals, it would probably be good for me to connect with these people and have that to bond over by saying, hey, I do a lot of foreign national loans. I see that you are a certified international property specialist. I think it would be great. Looks like we specialize in the same thing. Let's connect. Let's keep in touch. I have clients I can send you. And if you have clients looking for a loan, any foreign nationals, that is what I specialize in too. So kind of just a cool tool here. And again, this is open to everyone. I'm literally just on the National Association of Realtors website. So definitely something cool that you can use. Again, these are just tools to open the door, right? To open the conversation, to kick off the relationship, other than just saying, send me loans, right? Now, realtors do get contacted by loan officers all the time that are saying that, right? Send me deals. So we want to use that in to build that relationship. Now, one of the ways that we can reach out to realtors here at the Mortgage Calculator is, again, like I said, of course, go to events and all that kind of stuff. But at the Mortgage Calculator, we do provide our loan officers with a list in our auto dialer. So just going to show you a little preview back here of our realtor list for Florida. And we have a couple other states as well, but notice 188,000 realtors just in Florida, right? And we have them loaded up here into the auto dialer to give them a call. So using our auto dialer, you can call 2, 3, 4, 500 realtors a day to try to build those relationships. Now, again, you're going to try to use these type of methods of adding value and providing something, using the power of reciprocation to actually build those relationships instead of just calling them and saying, hey, do you have any pre-approvals you can give me right now? Right? Nobody likes that, right? That's spammy. That's, not something that people are very open to. They usually just hang up or are annoyed. But when you're calling them saying, hey, I think I have some clients for you, now that switches the whole entire phone call to them saying, oh, wow, awesome, cool. This is a great phone call. I might get some business out of this phone call, as opposed to just being kind of annoyed, right? So our realtors list, there's a couple different states, but again, obviously realtor in Florida, tons of realtors down here. Call them, network with them, build those relationships, and that will turn into business that can last a lifetime. One realtor, and I'm talking about a realtor that actually generates business, like a full-time realtor, right? There's a lot of realtors who only do a couple transactions a year. But one working realtor could make you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, over the lifetime of your relationship. So that's how important it is that when you're making these calls, or when you're meeting up with realtors in person, or when you're networking with them on LinkedIn, just understand that the payoff can be 100-fold just by that one relationship. And of course, after you build the relationship and do one transaction together, at that point it falls on you to do well and to take care of them and make sure that they give you more referrals and talk to their other realtors at their brokerage and all that kind of stuff about referring you business as well. Because a lot of realtors have deals fall apart because lenders cannot get the person approved, or, there's an issue during the transaction. So when they hear from somebody that I got the perfect person, they are always on point, they've gotten every one of my clients pre-approved, they communicate very well, which is one of the biggest things about being a loan officer, right? The word's going to travel fast. And what's great about that is realtors usually are a part of an actual real estate brokerage. And a lot of times they go into the office physically. And so they do talk to one another. And it is a point of frustration for realtors when the financing does not go through. So it is a big deal for them to know and also talk about a reliable source of financing that they have. So not only stand to get referrals as far as clients from that realtor, but also get your name out there as far as the people that they know, the other realtors that they deal with. Now, something that's really cool about us here at the Mortgage Calculator is that we can actually work with realtors and they can actually get paid a referral for referring us business purpose loans. So that is a great thing to be able to talk to them about when you're calling them. So not only can you go over what we just went over, but also you can let them know that they have a chance to be able to, refer us leads and make a actual referral fee from it, as long as it's a business purpose loan. So I'm going to pull up this page here. This is our page that you can send to realtors where they can sign up as a referral partner. They can actually price loans here as well, business purpose loans. And you'll see it tells them exactly what's going on here. So a realtor that's not licensed as a loan officer, they don't need to have a loan officer license. They can refer us actual business purpose loans, closing in an entity, which is what we specialize in here at the Mortgage Calculator. And they can make their 75 basis points referral fee, right? So that is perfectly legal and it is something that we can do. So now you go from not only just being able to send them clients, but for them to be able to make money from sending you referrals. So a lot of realtors work with investors, right? And even if they don't, they work with people who may want to be an investor. Maybe they sold a house a while ago to somebody and you can let them know, hey, we can refinance with a DSCR business purpose loan, one of their investment properties. And then we can have them go purchase more properties with a DSCR loan, business purpose, and that will allow your client to create more transactions for you as the realtor, and you can get referral fees. So realtors love this. Of course, they would love to do both sides of the transaction if they could. Most of the time they can't because they're not licensed. However, when it is one of our business purpose loans, they can earn a referral fee. So now you see how most loan officers approach this as a take, right? Give me. I want your clients to give them pre-approvals. I want free business from you. Well, you can earn their business. You can flip the whole situation around by saying, look, I have clients I can give you. You're in my market and I want to set up a relationship with you to be able to refer you clients. And also, I have this opportunity for you to make revenue for referring me clients for the business purpose loans, which again is what we specialize in. Then you can talk to them about the fact that these business purpose loans can open up the door to create transactions out of nothing. Notice what I just went over. We're talking about one of their clients who's not doing anything currently that they can connect you with, that you can then create transactions out of nowhere that would have never happened before for the realtor. You might not even need to refinance them, but a lot of the times the situation happens where they're saying, hey, you can refi one of their clients with a DSCR so they can go buy more properties with a DSCR loan. And now all of a sudden the realtor has purchased transactions for themselves as the realtor, created out of thin air that they never would have had. And that's because you, at the Mortgage Calculator at least, have these amazing programs where you can take them to be able to either refinance or purchase investment properties with no income verification, no employment verification, doesn't affect their DTI at all. So that is something that's very special. But the fact is, most people don't know about it. Most realtors don't know about it. Our sales manager, Jose, who's not able to make it today, he almost every realtor he talks to, he educates on the DSCR loans because they don't know, and they end up giving him business because they just don't know it exists. But they already have clients. Most of them have investors that they've worked with, especially if they have people who've bought things cash. Now we're really talking. We're saying, hey, you bought that property cash. Why don't we do a DSCR refi? Super easy, no income, no employment, no DTI. Now we can go buy more properties, and you can turn that one property that you purchased with cash into 2, 3, 4, 5 more properties to build up your portfolio. And then again, that realtor is loving you because now they're going to go purchase 2, 3, 4, 5 investment properties with that client and make big commissions on you turning one of their clients that purchased something cash into multiple transactions for them as the realtor. And like I said, we can also give them referral fees on business that they refer us. So at the mortgage calculator, make sure to take advantage of that. You all have it on your website. For those of you at the mortgage calculator, you can go to your website. Under contact, there's the refer a business purpose loan tab there, where you can actually take that link, have them sign up here, join as referral partner, and they can start sending you business. So definitely something to take advantage of for those of you here at the mortgage calculator. But again, anyone can take the advice that we just went through here about, bringing value to the relationship as opposed to just trying to, take from the realtor, because they get these calls every day, right? Realtors get those calls all the time. It's annoying. It's basically spam to them. What they really want is people calling business, which you can accomplish even if you don't have the business to give them yet. So it's all just about the way you approach the situation. So what we're going to do on tomorrow's training is we are going to go through working with other referral partners. So not just realtors, but we're going to do a little bit more in depth into the referrals that I was talking about, because it's not just loan officers and realtors who can send us business purpose loan referrals and get a referral fee, but it is also anyone out there. And so there's a lot of different types of people that we can work with that are able to refer us loans. And it's just a great opportunity for you to let them know that they can actually get paid by doing so. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Just wanted to touch on that. Loan officers at the mortgage calculator, I suggest that you hit that auto dialer, call the realtors, build those relationships, and make sure to mention that you're calling about them being able to make a referral fee without having to be licensed by sending you business purpose loans. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I wanted to make it nice and quick today. We will touch base on this again tomorrow and do another deep dive into other people we can work with to get referrals. So everybody have a good night. We will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, for the next episode of the Loan Officer Training Series with the Mortgage Calculator. Everybody have a great night.
Everybody.